Hey cruisers, welcome aboard Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas. In today's video, we're going to be touring Stateroom 2636 on Explorer of the Seas. This is an ocean view room. There is no balcony this time. Let's jump into it right now. So for this room tour and review, we wanted to do something different. I noticed that up to now, we've just been giving you a tour of the room and we don't really give you a review of the room. So in this video, we want to give you just a quick review of the room and let you know what you can expect when booking this room 2636 on Explorer of the Seas, so you can make an informed decision and decide whether or not this is the right room for you. So I'm going to give you the full room tour and then we'll give you the review so you'll have our honest opinion of this room and what to expect when sailing in 2636 on Explorer of the Seas. Okay, so as we come into the room, you're first greeted just past the closet by your vanity space. Your vanity space does have mirrors on both sides that actually open and close. And they have shelves in there so you can keep some smaller cosmetic items in there. Over here, we do have two shelves, and then below that, we also have your safe tucked away in here. Below that, you have the TV, and then below the TV down here, we actually have the cooler. Now remember, this is just a cooler, it is not a refrigerator. And what that means is that if you have medications you want stored in here, this is not gonna be cool enough for that, but you can let your travel agent like Amy or Royal Caribbean know ahead of time, and they will make sure that you have a medical cooler in here for you. Across from the vanity, we're gonna have our sleeping arrangements. Up here, we're gonna have a Pullman that pulls down and that actually allows our daughter to sleep there. Across from that, we have another Pullman space that was available if we would have had another child. Then if we look down, you'll see this is actually the bed area. So this is the sleeping arrangements for both adults in the cabin. Obviously, if you weren't a couple or maybe you're just 4 grown adults sharing a cabin, they could split that for you and you would have 4 separate individual beds.
This is my bed my dad just told you about. I've been waiting my whole life to sleep on it. It's so comfy.
Across from the bed though, we do have a love seat. This is a 2-person couch. It is directly across from the vanity and it allows you to see both the bed, the TV, and whatever you have going on over here at the vanity. It gives you plenty of room in this room. So for an ocean view room, you actually get a pretty wide room with a decent amount of space, as you can tell. Okay, and last but not least, probably least impressive, is gonna be the bathroom and the closet area. Now, I say least impressive because as we look at it together, the bathroom is quite old and it feels dated. It feels like it's from the era the ship was built. And I say that because this ship just came out of dry dock in November, but as we look around, the floors look grungy and old. The color is just very old and very dated. It speaks to a time of cruising in the past. Now the bathroom does have the old double Jetson tube door shower, which means that it's not going to be a huge shower. As you can see, I'm pretty much maxed out here, but it is enough room to take a shower if that's what you were wanting to do, but there's not a lot of room, especially if there's some ladies trying to shave their legs. It's just not a great setup. There's not even a footrest for you to try to do that. The sink does have a little bit of counter space, and then you do have a little bit of storage behind the mirror, but that's pretty much it. So there's not much to gawk at here in the bathroom. And remember, on these older ships, the plug in the ceiling in the bathroom is only rated for a mechanical razor. It will trip on your blow dryer or your hair iron, so don't use those here. And then last but not least, we'll work our way to the closet area. And honestly, for this size ship, I really am okay with the closet. As we look at it, you'll see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possible shelves here to store stuff on. Plenty of room for your hangups. I'm honestly very happy with this. This is plenty. We're on this ship for 9 days. We'll have no problem with this. This is actually a decent closet. So now that we've toured the room, let's talk about the room itself. I feel like it's got a lot of space and it's laid out well. You really don't feel congested or crammed in this ocean view balcony room.
No, 100%. And this is a 4-person room. So you've got the 2 Pullmans, you've got this bed, however you want to do the layout. 4 people could comfortably be in here, not a problem.
Agree 100%. The fact that there's this couch away from the bed gives you another seating area. The desk area is huge. It's really laid out well, and I feel like there's even ample closet space. We're on a 9-day sailing right now, and there was plenty of room for our clothing, Like we said, there's 7 shelves in there. There's tons of room for hang-ups. This room, as far as storage and layout, I really can't complain. The bathroom, like I said, is a bit dated, but overall, that's pretty fine. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of the location of the room.
We were given this room as a guaranteed booking.
And a guaranteed booking, in case you don't know what that means, is Royal Caribbean is going to pick your room. You're paying the absolute lowest possible fare for that room, and they pick your room. You don't pick your room. Now, we normally have Amy as a travel agent pick the exact room we want, but this was a very last minute sailing with a very special deal that we saw. So we just jumped on it and we're kind of rolling the dice and hoping for the best. And we'll go through that now. So guaranteed room, go ahead.
All right, deck 2. We are under the dining room. So we have carts rolling a lot of the time. Generally,
chairs moving.
Yeah, generally it'll stop around like 11 or so, 10, 11 or so. It'll start back up around 6 a.m. You'll start hearing the carts across our hallway. So there are no interior rooms across the hallway from us, but we do have the dishwashing station for all of the room service on our hallway across the way. So we hear a lot of clanking and washing and ice machine and everything from our room. Do you want to talk about what is underneath us?
Yeah. And beneath us is the actual gangway for getting on and off the ship, in whichever port you're at, unless you need a tender. And that makes noise pretty much constantly. You can hear them shuffling stuff around, setting up security, tearing security down, moving stuff down I-95 down there. And then when it's a port day, it's very loud. They're setting it up early, they're tearing it down late. It's a loud room. This room has constant noise constantly. But there are some pros to the room. Because you're on deck 2, your dining is on deck 3. So you're 1 floor to dinner, 1 floor back to your room. When you want to get off the ship, you're 1 floor off, and as soon as you get back on the ship, you're back on. Some of the negatives though is because the gangway is right here and the stairwell's right outside the door basically, this whole area gets super muggy because the gangway's open and that hot air is coming in from the outside and heating up the deck on port days.
If you're sensitive to those, this is not the room for you.
Right. And then lastly, they do compact the food and then disperse all the waste into the ocean. And that woke us up this morning. So that was really cool.
That was a 3 a.m. wake up call.
At 3 a.m. you just heard like, boosh. And for what, like a 4-minute deluge, they just deluged everything into the ocean. And it was loud. It was so loud. I thought that there was an issue with the motor for a minute until we realized what was going on. So it's just a loud room and a poor location. If you were a client of Amy's and you weren't wanting to buy the absolute cheapest room, she would never put you in a room like this. She knows exactly what to look for to make sure you're not below something, above something, near something. She would make sure you avoid all these fiascos. But as far as an ocean view room goes, the ocean view rooms are laid out well. They're really nice. There's ample space. I would have no problem being in another ocean view room on this ship as long as it was in a better location. But that is the risk you take with GTY. Sometimes you get a fantastic room on deck 12, and sometimes you are in the dungeon and having to sweep the floors. You know, we're on that floor in Titanic where they like close the poor people down there. That's where we're at right now. Hopefully you guys found this review and tour helpful. We just felt like there was so much going on in this room. We needed to give you guys all the information about the room, not just the prettiness of the room and the functionality of it, but what it's actually like living in the room for any amount of time. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, you can use the QR code here to have Amy book the perfect cruise on the perfect itinerary for you, maybe even aboard the Explorer of the Seas. As always, we appreciate you guys so much, and we will see you on the next one.